be those people who can move their eyebrows in like different directions, but it just isn't me. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you how you can achieve this very simple eyebrow look. It's going to be an eyebrow tutorial using drugstore products. So here they are, and this is the rimmel kit, the Brow This Way kit, which comes with a brow pencil, and I got the colour dark brown, I believe. Yep, this is dark brown. This is the dark brown brow pomade kit, and this is the brow gel. So a lot of B's going on, and it's a clear one. It's a really simple look, and then you also need a concealer as well. 2 shades, one lighter than you and one about the same shade as you, and I'll show you how that look comes together. So if you want to see how I achieve this look, then keep on watching. Thanks guys. As you can see, eyebrows make a big difference to any look. If you look on this side where my eyebrows aren't done, no matter how good your makeup is, let's cover it with one hand, no matter how good your makeup is, your highlight, your contour, if your eyebrows are looking a hot mess, it can really just spoil the whole look. And the other side where my eyebrows are looking a lot neater, it's not perfect, but they're looking a lot neater, and you know, it just complements the look a lot better. I've heard eyebrows are meant to be sisters and not twins, and I firmly believe that, because mine, it's always super tough for me to get them to be exactly the same. But I try my best to at least make sure they have a similar shape and they're clean around the edges, and that's where concealer comes in, which I will show you towards the end. The first thing to do is to make sure you tweeze any hairs that are kind of straggling out there. No matter how much concealer you have, it can't really hide much if you left a bit too much regrowth there. So just take the time, get a tweezer and just remove it, or if you're threading soon, then get all that done so the eyebrows have a decent shape. Now, I haven't been blessed with much hair. I'm not the most hairy person, so my hairs are very fine and very thin, so I have to do a lot of work with filling it in. But you just do what works best for you. Obviously, if you have thicker hair, then you don't really need to do as much filling in as I do, so you know, you can work around the steps towards what you're trying to achieve. So the first thing I'm going to use is this clear brow gel, which is called Brow This Way. I just use it to brush out my brows to make sure all the hairs are separated, and also helps define the shape a little bit. This is the Rimmel brow pencil in dark brown, and they're outlining the outside of my brows. Once you've applied the brow gel, always remember to let it dry first, otherwise if you apply the pencil to wet brows, the pencil's just going to smudge everywhere and you won't get a nice outline. Once I'm happy with the shape, whatever shape you want to achieve, and this is the kind of shape I go for, like I said, I haven't got much hair towards the end, so I kind of have to do a bit more filling in there. You know what, if you make a mistake, you can either just smudge it out with your finger or just wait till you get to the concealer stage. As long as it's not too heavy, you can always just redefine the shape afterwards, which is a good thing once you start using concealer. So it's quite heavy on the outline. This time very light, and just try and follow the direction of the hairs. And so this is pretty decent for a drugstore product. My favourite would have been the Max Spite, because pen tip is a lot finer and I find it can mimic the hair bristles a lot better, so it looks more like your hair. But you know, this does a very similar job. So very lightly on the inside and more heavy on the outside. So next I'm using this Brow This Way kit, and it comes with these handy brushes. So it comes with this one and that one. They're pretty tiny, so you might want to use your long-handled makeup brushes instead. But for me, I find these fine. I don't tend to use the spoolie much because I've already got the brow gel that I use, so I kind of just put that to one side. And then with this, I always make sure when I put it back in the case, I put it back the same way around, so I know which side I use for the gel and which side I use for the powder. So if you start mixing it around, it can get pretty messy. So this one's always on the gel side, and I go straight for the gel, I go straight for the gel first, and then I just kind of fill in the middle area, which I've already lightly done before. And again, I try and mimic the direction of the hair, so I just go in this slanty direction, the same way my hairs are going. And I'm always a bit more generous towards the tail end because I didn't have much hair there anyway, so I need to compensate by being a bit more heavy with the brow gel. On the other end of the brush, I go to the powder end, and there's different kits for the Brow This Way rimmel set. This is the dark brown colour, which I think is their darkest. So yeah, I'm quite generous on the powder, and I just use this to go over the gel and set it. I'm going to dab this on so everything sets. Then I like to go back in with my clear spoolie, my clear brow gel, just to neaten everything up. The next stage is to just neaten everything up with concealer, and one of my favourite concealer palettes is the Camouflage Concealer Palette, which is by Coastal Scent. It's a little messy, I must warn you. As you can see, it's well used. Oops. Sorry, I have to kind of stay quiet for this stage, and I find if I move too much, then, you know, it's not going to do its job, which is to make my eyebrows neater. After that, I just go over it again and just blend it out. Once I've done that, I then use another brush. This one is from Real Techniques. They've both been from Real Technique brushes. So I like to use a more fluffy brush just to blend out that under eye area. For the top lash line, I go in with something similar shade to my own skin tone, because you don't want that whole halo brow going on all the way around. That's just not cute. And so you can barely see it on the top because it's a very similar shade to my own skin tone. And that's what you want. You just want the underneath of the brow to be nicely highlighted. And on this side, I've added a little bit of, what's it called, MAC rice paper, just on my brow bone. So I'll probably put the same on there. And again, I go in with the blending brush, just to smooth it all out so there's no harsh lines between my foundation and my concealer. So that's it guys, the finished look. And the other thing I did was just add a little bit of eyeshadow there. Just pop a little bit on the brow bone there, which just really creates a nice glow and reflection on your brow bone there, especially if you've got some eyeshadow on the lid. So yeah, it's a pretty simple look. If you can just get your brows done, then you're pretty much halfway there. So I would always say do your brows first if you're ever in a rush with makeup, because it can really make or break the look, unless you're really lucky and have really nice threaded lovely shaped eyebrows. But if you're like me and have really sparse hair, then you kind of have to make sure you've got them filled in. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this look, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and I shall see you in my next video. Thanks guys, bye!